Hey there you guys, it is me, RandomJosh, and we are back again with another Faith Mark Ronnie. And today, as you can probably tell, we are being the Joker. So, if you haven't already seen the film, please go and watch it. The new film Joker, it is out in cinemas now. This is obviously makeup inspired by that, so you can go as Joker for Halloween. Really, really easy, really simple, minimal products needed really. And yeah, really, really awesome film. Joaquin Phoenix, like, honestly does this spot on job of being the Joker, and it was just phenomenal. So you need to make sure you're going and watching it. But yeah, if you want to see how we get this gorgeous mug, then stay tuned on the video and you will see how I achieve this look. So, to begin this gorgeous makeup tutorial, we are going to begin with, of course, priming that skin. So, as always, we are using the Revolution Pro Pore Primer, just using that on the T-zone and on the cheeks as well, just to kind of help cover up those lovely, lovely little pores that we have. And because this is a white, like basically like a whited out tutorial, we're using the anti-redness just to help cancel any red tones out, so that we can ensure that the white that we'll be using is a lot more prominent and bold. So yeah, just working that into the skin here right now. Oh, lovely. Nice and green, of course. And now just going in with the white from, well, the white SFX paint from Revolution. This is really, really easy to use. It's just basically like a whited foundation. So you just basically plop it on. I'm just using my beauty blender here just to beat that into the skin, and you can just build away. So you can kind of like layer this on, so you can start off, as you can see, with like a more slightly paled out but still fairly normal looking skin, and then the more you kind of pack on to certain areas, the more depth you kind of get with it, so it goes really white. So yeah, we're just kind of building that through, just using the normal beating motion here. I'm just trying to cover every little nook and cranny, so going over the eyes as well, getting a good little press on those eyes just so that we make sure we are completely blended out. And I just wanted to make sure that I didn't forget those under nose pieces as well before finishing off. And I think we even made sure that we went into the hairline a little bit as well, just so that it looks a little bit more complete. Getting that, you know, mouthpiece done as well. So we did actually pale out the lips, because it's fine, we're going to be drawing them on insanely very, very, very soon. So yeah, still going in with white. It does take a little bit of building, and this is kind of like the beauty of doing this, is that you can completely do that. So now jumping in with the SFX palette, and this is just, I don't know what to class that shade as. Is it like a brown, or is it like, it's kind of like really cool toned contour color, which is why I'm using it here, because I didn't want anything too strong for this makeup, but I just wanted to add a little bit extra definition, because obviously if you've seen Joker, you will know that he is actually very, very gaunt looking in the films. He's very skinny, so I wanted to try and achieve that with this. It may not be ridiculously life-changing to add this step in, but I just thought it was nice to kind of add a little bit extra definition. And now just going in with some translucent powder and setting all of that makeup in there. This just helps, you know, pale it out a little bit extra and keeps that makeup, you know, set in place. So yeah, just making sure that we've got it all kind of covered and blended through, because you don't want any patchy streakiness left from where the powder sits. You want to make sure it's all either brushed away or beat in. So yeah, just making sure that we've got every bit covered there. Now we're going in with the fun bit. So back in with the SFX palette there, and this is the red shade. Just basically using I think this is actually a paintbrush, which we kind of repurposed as a face paint brush. Just coating the lips there, and it may keep stopping and starting every so often just so I can recheck up on the image reference. So yeah, just slowly painting the smile guidelines there, and then from the point you want to just join it back down into the rest of your lips. So again, this is a buildable process, so you kind of just want to go slow and steady and then build as needed. So I just joined it with where my natural kind of lip was roughly going, just, you know, making it a little bit bigger here and there. And as you can see here, we're actually making that bottom lip a bit bigger, just a small little tad bigger, just, you know, because in the actual makeup the lips are pretty much completely covered and the mouth is bigger than the lips, if that makes any sense whatsoever. So yeah, we just kind of keep building on the shape and depth of it so that we don't go too dramatically big from the get-go, but we can kind of control and make it bigger. So now we're just kind of making that top bit into more of a straight line. So as you can see here, we're actually going in with those top two darker reds, kind of brownish colours, and these just to help add a little bit more depth and realness to this makeup. You can see, take it slow because you will make little mistakes like that, but it's fine because the Joker is a bit of a mess anyway, so you can kind of get away with that. But yeah, so we're just kind of adding it all over, just wherever you'd see needing depth, so mainly in the middle regions there. Now we're just doing the, of course, nose, starting again with that red shade, covering like a part of the nose there, but we are going to be extending that up ever so slightly, but we just wanted to kind of get your main bit of coverage down. So the way that I describe doing this is covering all of your outer nostril, so where it goes in a bit of a circle, and then when it's kind of reaches the central part of your nose, then bring it up. As you will see very shortly, the bridge piece will extend up a little bit more, I believe, just to kind of give a bit more effect, so to say. Yeah, we're just doing that there. So you can see that kind of helps make it look a bit more intense, and that is basically how they did the makeup in the films, so I was just copying exactly that. And again, adding some depth with the different colors there just to intensify and make it look a lot more realistic. So now jumping in with the Emma Mitchell palette there from Beauty Bay, and we're taking that light blue shade and just using a pointed blending brush there. This is only just because it kind of helped guide our little triangle there. So I started on the bottoms and drawing a basic triangle underneath the eye. I just started from the outer corner and the inner corner and just came to a random point on the face, and yeah, we just made it work. So you don't want it to be too dramatic, but you want it to be big and bold enough, and then just kind of applying over to get that coverage with the blue so that it's relatively intense. So now we're going on to the tops of the eyes, and again we're going from the inner and outer corners of the eyebrow and just kind of meeting it in a point above and just filling that colour in. Now, I've seen people do this tutorial and they have gone over the actual eyelid itself, but if you look at the actual makeup, they do not touch his eyelids. It literally just goes above his eyebrow from the pictures that I've seen anyway. I have seen the film, but from what I can remember and from the pictures that I've seen, this is just how it is. So I was recreating the actual look and not, you know, doing it incorrectly. So yeah, just making sure that it is nicely filled out and going partly into the brow as well there. So here we're actually taking that darker shade of blue and just going pretty much in the midsections of those triangles just to intensify and give it again a bit more depth, because yeah, they are a little bit bright and the actual blue that is used is a little bit darker, so I wanted to just kind of add a little bit more darkness to this blue. So yeah, just focusing that on the inner parts of the triangles there and just blending that through into the rest of it, just so that it all marries together into a gorgeous blue shade. And yeah, that is pretty much how we do the eyes there. Now jumping back in with the SFX face paint palette and just drawing on the eyebrows. This was very strange to do, but yeah, you just want to kind of draw a rough eyebrow shape. The ones in the film, I believe, started with a bit more of a ball, so I will be going back in now, as you can see, just to try and round the inner corners off and get them to a bit of a point. Now they are quite short brows that they have in the film, so we did try and match with, again, short brows. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed seeing this craziness. I hope that this was informative for you guys and that you could actually pick up on this. I literally was copying a picture of the makeup just so I could make sure that I was getting it perfect. And I'm actually really happy with how this has turned out. Like, I feel like the Joker. Oh, I love it. I literally can't look at myself without laughing. It's so bad. But Anywho, I hope that you guys enjoyed this. If you did, obviously let me know down below. It's so weird like having eyebrows up here. They're literally like nearly on my hairline. It's insane. But yeah, if you did enjoy this tutorial, let me know down below in the comments section. And of course, if you do recreate this look or you want to do your own Joker look, you know, feel free to tag me and send it to me on the social medias. I love looking at some new funky dory makeup. But yes, I hope that you enjoyed this, and I will see each and every one of you guys in the next video. Peace out, witches!